What are you supposed to be?
Why, I'm a pet goldfish in a bowl.
Ugh. You know, later we're going to have to take one of those forced happiness family photos.
Why are you so fucking negative all the time?
Get off my Lola! Do you want to be eaten alive?
Is now really the time for that?
Shut up! You stupid idiots!
That's a stupid decision. That can only be made by a stupid idiot.
You disrespectful, stupid idiot. What are you babbling about, you bag of bones? You don't even work here anymore, it's Teddy Long, you stupid idiot!
You are nothing to Doom, and your pathetic attempts to play mind games with me amount to exactly less than nothing.
People call me Dr. Doom, Mr. Negativity, the Grinch. They say I only point out the problems in the hobby, but really I'm just critical. And that's because it comes from a passion, a love of cards that started 35 years ago at a very young age, 5 years old. I've always loved cards. It's so instead of this video being about what's broken, what I don't like, what's an easy target, I'm going to talk about the 10 things I love about cards, love about the hobby, and there'll be a couple bonuses, why and what makes cards special to me.
That the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
To me, one of the main things that's drawn me in since the beginning is just the history of some of these cards. Walter Payton's rookie card is from 1976. I wasn't born till 85. This card just felt bigger than life. It represented who many considered the best running back they ever saw. This card just had a feel to it, and it's his only rookie card. There's only one of them. Someone enjoyed having this card. They kept it in decent shape, and it just has a history to it that feels a certain way. To someone like me, it almost makes your it sounds stupid, but it almost makes your skin tingle. I mean, there's a special feeling when you get to see and hold and maybe you own one of these Roberto Clementes or the Walter Paytons, the Kareems. There's a special feel for me and to others for some of these vintage cards that there's history to them. They've lasted a long time. They're legendary players. There's not many of them. There's only one from that year. It's a true rookie card. There's an excitement to that, and that's the first thing I still love about sports cards. The next thing I would jump to, and this is also historical here, 1966 Batman, the first year they print a Batman set. But also some of the designs, the artwork, some of the older stuff, even you could say some of the newer stuff. To me, a lot of the newer stuff, I don't want to focus on negativity and bad stuff, but a lot of the newer stuff just looks the same. There's so much of it. But sure, someone of today might find some nostalgia as they get older, if that's what they're collecting. Now, I didn't collect this. This was made in 66. I was born in 85, but I just love some of the artwork, some of the design, how they've held up the colors. Do I have some of these next to me? I feel like I should. I have some stuff next to me I'll share. I didn't bring the Batman stuff, and I'm not. Oh, I did. There's a whole. Here, let's do this. Give me 1 minute. We'll do this. And yeah, I'm collecting the set, and I'd like to get the set in all PSA 7s, which are reasonably priced. When they jump up to 8s, it gets expensive. But the colors on some of this stuff are just awesome. You know, and the light doesn't do it justice. Just really cool cards. And you know, those colors pop, and they're from 1966. You're talking 60 years ago. Just really cool. This is from something I grew up on. Here is 1993 Marvel. Just some cool looking. This is the masterpieces, the Marvel masterpiece. Just really sweet looking artwork, and that's something I still love about cards today. This is kind of a bonus point that I'm going to make, something that keeps me really active and having fun in the hobby, is I'm collecting every player in the NBA to ever play, as long as they have over 500 games, which is just on the bench 6 years. Most of these players all played that much, some not, but I haven't updated this in a few years, so you'd see a lot more green highlights. I have a Chris Paul rookie card at this point. Who else? So I just stands out that I know. I have a Lillard rookie card at this point. So some of this I just have not updated in a few years, but I have a lot of the many. 1990 I picked out. You know I have. Let me look at that list. Felton Spencer. I don't know what I picked up. I know in 91 I have the Mutombo. I have the Longley. Here, just next to me, is some of the 1999 stuff. That, you know, it's a whole, this is all 99. Maybe there's definitely some double players in there. You have someone like Lamar Odom. Not that I love the look of these cards, but I'm just collecting every player. Stevie Franchise, Wally Zerbiak, every player from that 99 is going to be right here. Andre Miller. So it's fun. It keeps it something I can do at a relatively cheap cost. Devin George, you know, you don't buy the year it comes out. Well, some of them are very cheap. You can the year it comes out, but any of the hype, you just wait a few years. But that's something that definitely keeps me connected to the hobby. Something keeps me connected to cards, and I enjoy it. I find a lot of fun in looking at some of these older players I've forgotten about. Something else I nerd out about and like a lot is the research, if you can't tell with my videos. And I do love the pop count side and the sports card research as well, whether it's years, players. Here's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's rookie card. There's 4,800 of them, just 2 in a PSA 10. At that point, it's Lou Alcindor. And if we look at it, you can click PSA DNA certified and search that way. And you can see there's only 464 of his rookie cards autographed. So just not many. I enjoy looking at those kind of things. I enjoy it so much. I coded my own website. This is called thehobbyscore.com. We could click on Mahomes. It's going to show us every Patrick Mahomes or most of Patrick Mahomes rookie cards, his PSA pop count in those cards, the price range. You can click on one. I broke it down by playing career, the tail of the tape, card significance in the hobby, rarity, player marketability, and overall score. If you scroll down, there's more. You can click on the pop report, buy on eBay, view on Card Ladder. So yes, this is how much I nerd out about the research of sports cards. And if you don't want to see Mahomes, we could go look at Tom Brady, and you can see Tom Brady's pop counts are very low. You know, 98 and a 10, 344, only 640 of these graded total, only 5,000. Not only that, but relatively, and that's as high as pop count rookie card as that Bowman Chrome. You can see there's only 339 in the EX. There's 8,000 in the regular Bowman. So let's take that back. There's 473 in a PSA 10. That's probably possibly a little higher since I entered those numbers. And it's interesting that Bowman Chrome has 1,200 more. Those are just, again, I like the research. I like looking through it. This is something that makes it easier for me to look at stuff. Maybe it makes it easier for you, thehobbyscore.com. The next thing I'd say is that card shows boomed during the COVID period. People were getting to card shows. They really grew and to a size that was very healthy for the hobby. And we've seen it. I've been going to card shows since then, and I've seen them evolve tremendously from what's there, who's selling, what's selling. And something that I think is good for sports cards is a lot of these card shows are 50-50, 60-40, 70-30%. Trading card games, Pokemon, things like that, mostly Pokemon, and sports cards. There's a mix. It keeps these shows busy and it keeps them relative. Sports cards, trading cards, the shows and the people at the shows have not slowed down. It's a fun place to be. It's a good place for the hobby. I'm not saying I do all my buying at card shows because I think some of the stuff is overpriced, but normally at a card show, I find 1 or 2 booths I really enjoy. I spend some time there. I spend some money there, and it's a good way to bond with the hobby, good or bad. I also like to go to observe, see what's going on, see what is selling, see what's evolved. It used to be all NFL rookie quarterbacks hyped at 2022. That's faded. You're seeing more vintage, a lot more Pokemon at these shows. It's just interesting to see what's happening. It's a good pulse of the hobby going to your local card show. I can't make this video without saying I don't enjoy, because I do enjoy tremendously making the sports card content. It's been fun. It's kept me busy. It's kept me connected to the hobby in a very cheap way. It's time consuming, but it's also doesn't cost me money to make my videos. So it's a fun way to stay involved. It's a fun way to keep a pulse on the hobby, see what's going on. And I've really enjoyed making sports card content for many reasons. And so while I'm not big for the hobby boxes or repacks, I have enjoyed tremendously bringing my take on what I see and making content about it. Something else that would go with that is recently I got to interview Chris Sewell, who I've, watched his channel since it started back in 2020 or early 2021. I got to interview Sports Cards SCV. Me and Gio have become buddies through this way. So it's been nice to be able to talk to some of the other creators in the space. Something that me and Chris have in common is, yeah, sorting cards or doing something like this, there's some sort of relaxation to it. It suspends time. You have a podcast in the background, you have a show in the background, and you're just sorting or going through cards. And there's something that's very relaxing about that in sports cards. As a kid, I had several connections to Magic the Gathering. My cousin taught me how to play. My dad's friend collected it because of the art. Then we met my stepdad. He had some cards. His kids played, my three stepbrothers when I was a kid. So me and my siblings, my brother and sister as well, we'd play Magic. And these are some of the cards we would play with. So, and I also find just a lot of value. Alpha's the very first set they made. It's low in print run. It's very low in pop count. I have a PSA 8s because 9s and 10s can run a little more, but I still find a lot of value in some of this stuff on the screen. It's nostalgic to me, and it's the very beginning of Magic the Gathering, which has now lasted 30 plus years and has a huge following, a huge player base. And so this is something I enjoy to look at, put in my collection, especially the 9s and 10s. And I think there's a lot of room for growth on some of this old Magic stuff. Before I breeze past it, here is some of the stuff. So this is an Alpha PSA 9 of something I would have played with as a kid, or another Alpha PSA 9. That's the very first set. And I don't have all Alpha. Here's a Crawl Worm that I used to play with. This is over, a lot of these are in print run, but it's one of the first Magic cards. It's in a PSA 9, and it's just something that's fun and something I could go back to my past. And I do think there's value in some of that old Magic the Gathering stuff. And while I'm showing you things, here is some 1949, some of it's 1950 Menko cards. Menko just means trading card in Japanese, but there's a Spider-Man. Here's a Batman. These are just cool cards. Here's a Vader and Luke Skywalker, and there's some history to it. The art, the color on this Batman with the UFO, it might not pick up through the camera, but the color in person is just perfect. And I know it's not cut perfect. And then you have something like 1949 Mickey Mouse or Popeye. That's just cool stuff. And it's not going to run me a ton of money. And maybe there's some value in the future to it. Maybe not. Either way, I don't think it's going to tank on me. I didn't have to spend a lot to get it. And it's just fun. It's cool. I find it cool. I guess everyone has something else they find cool and like to collect. Something I mentioned earlier is in sports cards, you go through old players or boxes and you see players like Andre Kirilenko or Danny Granger or Schrempf that you kind of forgot about. You haven't heard their name in a very long time. And to me, I enjoy being reminded of some of these Tayshaun Prince, someone that beat the Lakers, or Mitch Richmond, a great shooter before three-point shooting was really a big deal. Gail Goodrich, just some of these players you don't think about. You haven't heard their name in a long time. I enjoy that about sports cards. The last thing we're going to talk about is autographed rookie cards. In my hand is a $1 Million Man rookie card autographed. We're looking at Roy Jones Jr. rookie autograph. There's some value here. These are their rookie cards and it's autographed. And I just think that this is something that people will move into. You move into the vintage Hall of Famers, legends. And what separates this John Elway, which there's a ton printed of, thousands upon thousands upon thousands, is the autograph. There's less than 700 copies of this rookie card autographed. And here it's for selling for $450. Sure, the Mint 9 Auto 10, it sold for $1,500. That's the creme de la creme, as nice as it gets. But they're also out there for $427, $449. And I think, to me, this is something I love. I love seeing the iconic rookie card. And instead of just getting the one that's overprinted, there's an option that's far more rare. Here's a Greg Maddux, one of the best pitchers of all time. $300 for a PSA 9 Auto 10 rookie card. $552. We're looking at $225 for a Greg Maddux Auto rookie. I love this stuff. I love researching it. I love seeing the pop counts. Which guy signs a lot? Which guy doesn't sign a lot? It's obvious in the price here. For $90, you can go get yourself a Chipper Jones autograph rookie card. He signs a lot. If it's selling for $90, $55, he has a lot of and here's Tom Glavine. We moved over to Tom Tom Glavine. Let's see if we can move back to, yeah, here's Chipper. So Chipper signs a lot. This one's selling for 90. Here's another row, 76, 89. And finally, Tom Glavine. So you have Glavine, Maddox, and Chipper all for under $500. You can get all of their autographed rookie cards. Awesome. I love it. And these cards are high in print run, but when you look at the pop counts of the autograph, well, they're far lower, far lower. So that's it. I'm not sure when you'll get my next roses and happy and everything I love about sports cards, because there's a lot to not love currently. But this was it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you have not. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.